Hey guys, welcome to Back to Basics from Jazz Tutorials, and this week's video is going to be pretty awesome. Not that any of them aren't. Um, so we're going to be making a rainstorm on a photo. Now basically all we're doing is we're creating a bunch of raindrops on a photo to give it that rainstormy look. Okay? It's a very simple effect, it doesn't take much time at all, and it's not that hard to do. Or accomplish, I should say. Now, I am going to be using this photo here I found on Google.com. Hopefully it'll showcase the tutorial well enough for you guys, but if not, I'm sorry. So choose your photo wisely because you want to have one that has some color to it, like a darkish color with contrast to it. If you choose a photo like I chose this one here, you may have to add some color to it. I had to do that because I felt like my photo was just not too dark enough for my liking. So I added a curves adjustment layer above that, and I adjusted it to suit my photo. I like that kind of contrasty color, but that's up to you how you want your photo to look. Alright, once you've made your lovely curves adjustment layer, we're now going to add some cool stuff to it. So I added a new layer above that, and on my new layer, we're going to be adding some raindrop brushes. Now, I'll provide the links below for you to download because you will need these because they do not come in Photoshop. So, again, links below. We're going to be using two types of brushes. First one's going to be a splash brush, so go ahead and grab your splash brush. Now, we've used the splash brushes before in a previous tutorial, but again, I'll link below those just in case you can't find that particular video that we used them in. I'm going to use a couple different ones. I'm going to start up with this one here, and you want to use a white color, by the way. And I'm just going to, oops, that's black. No. Make sure white is your color of choice and place them in various places. Don't go like too crazy. And you may have to like resize some of them to suit your photo, and that's okay. Just whatever works for you. Put some there. And maybe I'll put one over here. Alright, whatever, that's gonna be. Okay, now we're gonna add the rain to this. So go ahead and make a new layer above that. We're keeping each additional brush layer on its own layer, so in case you make a mistake, you can always go back, but if you make a mistake on one entire layer, it's a little bit harder to go back and fix that one mistake, so that's why you should make your rain and splatters on different layers. Alright, let's go forward. Now let's grab the rain brushes. Now these are the little, there's only like 1, 2, 3, there's 4 different ones it gives you in the set. I'm going to go and alternate between a few different ones. I'm going to start with this one. And then I'll go with this one. And you want to use a whole bunch of different ones. Don't stick with one particular one because they all give you different effects. So you want to have a whole, because as you know, a rainstorm isn't always the same kind of like pattern. There's always like a different pattern to it, I guess, sort of. Alright, well that's good for the tutorial anyway. Alright, once you've done that, you want to go up here to filter, and we're going to add a Gaussian blur. Now, this setting might be different for you. It will be different for me. So this is where you play around with this and see what kind of a Gaussian blur looks good to you. Obviously, that's too much of a Gaussian blur. That looks alright to me. Yeah, we'll go with that. Alright. Once you've made your Gaussian blur settings, then you're going to go ahead and make another new layer above that. And you're going to go ahead and add more rain brushes on top of that to give it sort of a 3D effect. Yeah. And again, just placing them in random spots, nothing specific. Alright, well that's good for this particular tutorial. Alright, now we're going to add another layer above all of that. And this one we're going to make a black layer. So, alright, black. And then we're going to go up here to filter, and we are going to add some noise. I'm using 58.91 with a Gaussian distribution with monochromatic selected. Click OK. Now let's go back into our filters, and we're going to add a lovely blur. We're going to add a motion blur to this one. I'm choosing 79 for my angle and 34 for my pixels. That way it gives it more of a rainstorm likeness to it. And then I'm going to go ahead and set that layers blend mode to color dodge. Alright, and now I'm going to duplicate that layer once more to really give it that nice effect. And on the duplicated copy layer, I'm just going to set my opacity down to like, how about 37? Looks good to you? Looks good to me. Okay, we're going to leave it there. And then the final step to this tutorial to really make it look awesome, and this is optional, but I think it really brings it out better, I added a vignette. Now, there are multiple ways of making a vignette in Photoshop. Believe me, there's multiple ways. But the one way that I thought would be easy to do is just doing a new layer. And I'll show you how to make this just so you know. New layer. And we're going to grab our lovely oval elliptical marquee tool. And with a 0 pixel feather, we're going to make an oval around our image. Now yours might be landscape, mine's portrait side, so I'm making my oval in a lengthy horizontal way. But it depends on how your photo is set up. So once you have that made, your oval made, go ahead and go to select and inverse. And with inverse, you're going to now do a control backspace or alt backspace and make that black. Alright, sweet. And then you can get rid of that, and then we're going to add another Gaussian blur, and I chose a higher altitude for my Gaussian blur. I think I chose something like around there. I don't really remember though. Yeah, we'll use 57.0. And then I set that layers to blend mode to multiply. And then I got that lovely effect. And again, you can alter the opacity if you need to. I believe I did on my main layer. I went to like 67%. Something like that. But again, you just play around with it and whatever looks good to you. I don't know. And yeah, that's the tutorial. That's how you make your lovely rainstorm within a photo. If it was at all helpful to you guys, hit my like button. I love likes and stuff. If you have any questions or comments you want to leave me, comment below. You can inbox me here if you have any further questions that you don't want to have showing on my comments, which I don't see why you would, but if you do, inbox me here. I do, again, try to get back to everybody in a timely fashion. I can't always get back right away, but when I do it in a sincere manner. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing, liking, and commenting as you have. And yeah. So if you have anything you want to say, do, whatever, you can find me everywhere on the web. I'm everywhere you guys are. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Tumblr, I'm on Twitter, I'm on DeviantArt. I'm on here. Where else am I? I don't know. I'm on Patreon. Yeah, Patreon. Go ahead and pledge me if you like me that much. If not, that's okay. I still like you anyway. And I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to go now so you guys don't get bored and click off this video. But again, thank you all for your lovely support and being here and staying awesome. Team Awesome is who we are. And let's paint the world a bunch of awesomeness. Alright, bye.